4x4 Australia's Ford Ranger project has been epic, and we reckon we've done a top job building this car up. We've worked with some awesome suppliers, some of the best brands in the business, to get the best gear onto this car, and they've done a top job. Key to the build has been transforming it from a double cab ute into a vehicle with a canopy on the back, something we can use for camping and carrying gear around. To get the best, we went to the guys at Trig Point in Melbourne to use one of their aluminium canopies that bolts direct to the chassis. It's not sitting on a tray, it goes direct to the chassis, which saves on weight and gives you a lower working height. Before we get into the canopy itself, let's have a look at what else we got on the back here. You notice we've got the Heyman Reese X bar. That is replacement tow bar, but it's also got built-in recovery points. 3 points across here, so you can run a bridle across the two, or just use one off the centre there. You've also got your 50mm towing point in the middle there, trailer plug sitting up high where it's not going to get damaged, plenty of protection for the back of the vehicle. The Trig Point canopy itself's got this really neat little bumper. It's not just a design point, it also gives some protection where it's tapered up to protect the corners. When you're backing into a car park or in a bush track, anywhere you go, it gives that bit of extra protection on each bit of the car. It's got a trundle drawer, extra space here to put some gear which you might want to get at any time, like recovery gear. Very handy, easy to access. Also on the back of the canopy, we've got our fuel ripper wheel mounted up here. We reckon they look pretty ripper as well, especially wearing the Maxxis Razor mud terrain tyres. They've been great on this car and the cars we've had them on beforehand. Over this side, we've got an access ladder to get us up onto the roof rack. It easily folds down, really nicely made, allows us quick, easy access up to the roller racks, get our max tracks down, access anything we need up here. It's all about improving the usability of the car, allows us to do so many different things with it. Underneath the back here, you really can't see it, but there's a pacemaker King Brown exhaust system under there. It just flows a bit better, allows the car to run really sweet. On the passenger side of the vehicle, this has been set up as the camping side, so it's covered underneath the awning when we've got that folded out. Powering the canopy is a projector 12-volt system. It's what they call their IntelliGrid system, which integrates your solar 240-volt DC-DC charging all in one system. It gives you 2,000 watts of power in there if you want to run your 240-volt accessories, or perhaps your induction cooktop, a kettle, anything like that. It also allows to be charged off 240 volts when you're in a caravan park at up to 180 amps, so it's a really useful piece of gear. It's also got display readout here, so you know everything that's going on. Moving back, we've got a Dometic 45-litre fridge mounted on a MSA power slide. Now this has been a really good combination for us, makes it really easy to drop down to a workable height. Maybe not for me because I'm quite tall, but lots of people do find it hard to reach up to these things. The fridge has been really good for us. We've had a couple of Dometic fridges now, the quality is second to none. This latest generation links up to the Dometic app, so you can Bluetooth it to your phone. It gives you a temperature readout, so you know all the time on your telephone what the temperature is inside the fridge. Another handy feature on the MSA slide, which makes it easier to work with the fridge, is this little slide out table. Once again, makes it easy when you're getting stuff out, somewhere to put it so you're not reaching around trying to work with the fridge and your table. Once you've got your gear out of the fridge and you're just prepping lunch or you're doing a roadside coffee stop, you need some more table space. We've got the Trig Point pantry in the canopy, so let's have a look at that. It's one of the latest products from them and we reckon it's a ripper. Like everything from Trig Point, the pantry is beautifully made, cleverly designed, making it easy to use. It folds out to create a usable work surface at just the right height. Carries plenty of weight, so you can put your gear on there, your cutting boards, or whatever you need. Over on this side, a little pop-down sink. Easy to use, and once again, just functional. Cleverly designed, functional is what this whole setup's all about. You've got this little table there, whether you don't want to put down the big one, you've got a little shelf. There's so many storage nooks in there to carry food, drinks, all your cutlery, plates, things like that. Space on top there for your travel buddy if you don't want to go anywhere without one of those. And up on top of the unit itself, there's a little tie down area where you might want to put your induction cooktop, or even a gas stove can be strapped down up on top there as well. Really functional, easy to use. And the way we've set this up on this side of the car, it's all covered by our Boss aluminium 270-degree awning. Protects us from the elements, be it the sun, the rain, snow, whatever. And the pantry itself, it's just as easy to pack up and put away. While we're on this side of the car, you'll notice we've got these lockable toolboxes on each side of the canopy. Easy to open. On this side, it's got storage in here with our hose kit. It's got hoses and a shower nozzle, all those bits and pieces in there. It's nice and easy, accessible. Down here we've got the water tank, which is up under the chassis toward the front of the car, but this is where our outlets are. You got a tap there, it's hooked up to a power pump. You can suck water up out of a creek. You can hook up an external water hose to it. You wash things down off your car. It's a handy little thing. I didn't think we'd want one, but I found it quite useful no matter where we go. One of the great things about the Trig Point canopy is just these push shut locks, no separate locking on it, and it's also hooked up to the central locking of the car, so when you open the car from the handle, unlocks the two side doors and the trundle drawer. Really good, clever system, makes it so much easier to work with than doing separate latches. They've also got warning buzzers on them, so if you happen to leave one of these open and you go to drive off, it buzzes inside the car, so you're not going to drive off with that open up and stuff falling out of your car. On both doors, you've got Nava touch point lighting here, which has got settings for insect resistant light, bright light, or switch it totally off. Comes on automatically when you open or close the doors. Moving up the side of the car, we've got our Fuel Ripper wheels, Maxxis tyres. Covering the bigger tyres, we fitted a set of EGR flares to the front guards. TJM side steps. Not only are they much stronger than the Ford factory ones, which are almost like consumables, they're much tougher. You can slide them down a rock. The side steps give us easy access up to the roof to our Roller roof racks. These are the latest 3rd generation Titan trays from Roller, much more usability, and we've got them on both the canopy and the vehicle itself. On the canopy at the back mounts our Boss aluminium awning, our Max tracks, room up there to tie our swags on, any other bits and pieces. You see our 2 Nava EX2 light bars. They're the 20-inch version, punch out plenty of light right down the track ahead of us. But on the front of the vehicle here, we've also got the EX2 lights, but in the spotlights themselves. We couldn't make up our mind whether we wanted the 9-inch ones or the 7-inch, so we got a set of each. We got the 9-inch ones in the centre here, which really punch out the big light right down the track, particularly good when you're in the outback or desert tracks where you got lots of space and no one around. But these little 7-inch ones here do a great job when you're in tighter ground, where the bush tracks around the high country, even on country roads. These things do a pretty good job. Fire them up all together, get the full combo, you'll get a tan if you stand in front of it. Now we've mounted these lights on a TJM Ventura bar. Wanted to go with this sort of a style of thing so we could showcase the lights without having a full bar on it itself. This is a really nicely designed loopless bar. Gives us plenty of clearance here with the tapered up wings. It's got built-in rated recovery points. TJM cube lights in here replacing the factory fog lights. And in behind the grille there, we've got a TJM Torque 9000 winch. It's also got special space here to make sure all the factory radar and cameras, all those sort of things still work as they should with the new Ford vehicle. The TJM winch is concealed nicely behind the fold-up number plate. Synthetic rope with a horse fair lead there, nicely fitted into the car, quick and easy to use. Another good thing about this bar, clever design, gives you plenty of room to get your hand in there to use the clutch lever. Also under the bar there, not so visible, is the TJM protection plates. They're steel protection plates run down under the radiator, under the engine sump, under the transmission, protecting all those vital elements. You don't want to be scraping on rocks, bumps or anything else that might do damage. We're really happy with the way the look of this car has come out. It's got a real tough look about the front of it, functional, purposeful look with the canopy on the back, lights on the roof, all the gear we've got up there. And judging by what all our readers are telling us, they reckon we've done a good job too. We reckon it's a complete package. Suspending all this extra weight and accessories we put into the vehicle, we've got a Tough Dog suspension kit. It's got uprated leaf springs in the back, replacement struts in the front using bigger coils and foam cell shock absorbers. Really gives the car a good ride, plenty of control out on these rough tracks. On the other side of the canopy, we've left plenty of open space to store gear. We've got all our recovery gear over there. We've got an MSA drawer to put more gear in and extra space at the back for bigger items. We didn't need to do much in the car because it's got a really good interior. We just put a set of True Fit 3D mats on the floor and a Pirate Camp switch panel here for our lighting switches. The weather's starting to close in here and I reckon we should get out there and amongst them.